Destiny swapping is real and not to be played with.
Story time about how my friend was behind everything and how everything went bad in my life because of what she did to me. All right.
A lot of the times, people, they don't want to be your friends. They want to be you.
Facts. Ooh.
They will come and be your friend and then start telling you things that they don't like about you, telling you should change yourself, Then when the friendships scatter now, they become the person that they told you not to be.
Do something with it.
It's just money coming to me easily. Money coming in and needing me. Money coming in repeatedly. Money coming, it's just money coming. It's just money coming to me frequently. Money coming in to be with me. Money coming in secretly. Money coming, it's just money coming. It's just money coming to me always. Money coming in and all day. Money coming in repeatedly. Money coming, it's just money coming. It's just money coming to me frequently. Money coming in to be with me. Money coming in secretly. Money coming, it's just money coming. It's just money coming to me easily. Money coming in and needing me. Money coming in repeatedly. Money coming, it's just money coming. It's just
Story time about how my friend was behind everything and how everything went bad in my life because of what she did to me. All right. Story time, let's get into it. So me and this girl, we were extremely close. I mean, doing everything together. You know, when you're really close to somebody, you share everything with them. You share your vulnerabilities. You share how close you are. You share what's going on in your personal life. You just share things with them, okay? And we'll talk about why you don't share stuff with them no more, like I tell y'all. But you guys were close and you thought this is somebody you could trust. Your family likes them, like everybody loves them. Like you just really feel like, wow, I think I found that true sisterhood. I think I found that true bond that everybody wants so desperately to have is a good friend. Okay. So I would tell her little things about myself. We would share things and I thought that I was sharing this with a person that I could trust. And in reality, all she was doing was running behind my back, telling it to other people, running it to other people. And the biggest thing is, y'all, she created a fake social media page to bash me like on myself. I slowly started to notice that things started to fall apart in all of my relationships, my friendships, just things that I had in general started to fall apart. It was like no one wanted to talk to me anymore. It was like everybody was distancing themselves from me. And I was trying to figure out, like, what did I do? Because I haven't done anything to them and I haven't done anything for them to treat me that way. I was confused, trying to figure out what happened. So I would tell her, like, hey girl, like, so-and-so is acting real funny now all of a sudden and I don't know why. And she would always be like, I don't know. Meanwhile, y'all, she was the person behind it all. Friends had came into town and we were super duper close. Like, always together, always doing stuff all the time. And so she comes back into town and didn't tell me, which was unlike her because all she would do was tell me when she came back in town. The first thing we would do is hang out. The friend comes to town, she doesn't tell me. But instead, her and the girl that I'm telling y'all about started to hang out. And I thought that was weird because I'm like, how y'all not gonna tell me? All of a sudden, y'all, I started to notice that everybody that I was cool with, she became really close to, and they started turning their backs on me. Like, literally stopped talking to me. And I could not figure out for the life of me why. And I am a recovering people's pleaser, okay? And I used to try to please people and try to figure out what happened, what caused a friendship to end. I didn't know because I was literally left with no answers. She's the only person that I'm telling things to. She's the only person I'm talking to. I never ran my mouth about them. I never told her anything that was going on with them. I just was trying to figure out what happened, y'all. It wasn't making sense to me. And so I'm thinking, I'm like, wow, they're going out of town together, they're doing all this stuff together. I'm like, she don't even like them for real. Like, why are y'all hanging out when she tell me all the time that she does not like the people that I hang out with? In reality, now she kicking kiki ha ha with somebody else and they're treating me different like I did something to them. So remember at the beginning, I told y'all I found all this out because she created a fake social media of me and one of my friends sent it to me and had my pictures on there. She was basically bashing me, acting like I was myself, bashing myself about myself, sharing my deepest, darkest secrets about myself to bash me. And I knew it had to be no other person but her. I found the page because one of my friends called me one day and said, hey girl, like, you know, so-and-so got a page of you. And I'm like, what are you talking about? She was like, yes, girl, I'm gonna tell you the name. So the name was like XOXO Paris, something like that, London, Paris, something like that. And I go look at the page and the woman was too stunned to speak because I'm like, this is not making sense. Who could do this? And then it clicked. It's her. She was the one that you told all this stuff to. She's running back and telling people on social media like you're you about your business. I mean, telling everything, y'all. She even went as low as messaging one of my ex-boyfriends to, like, trying to flirt with him. He ended up calling me. I was like, you know, your homegirl, my message is trying to talk to me. I'm like, what? So y'all, when I found the page, I was hurt. Like, I was in disbelief. Like, when my friend sent it to me, I'm like, I'm hurt, because if you know me personally, you know I'm probably like the nicest person. I'm gonna always be there for you. And it just really hurt me, because for her to make people turn on me, for her to have people not talking to me no more. I mean, I had a couple different friends, like 4 or 5 different friends, but it really hurt me because I wasn't understanding why everybody seemed to like turn their eye on me, like I did something, like I said something, like I was the problem. In reality, she was making people turn on me. And I think it's jealousy. In my mind, I think it's jealousy, because I think she just really wanted to be me, because she would make slick comments about me. She would like say little stuff, and I would like try to uplift her. If you're my friend, everybody knows me that knows me knows that I will uplift you. I'm an uplifter. That's just what I do, and that's what I give. So that really hurt me to see her get on social media to bash me like I was myself. And one of my friends telling me, and how my friend found out is because she told my friend, because she thought she was going to make that girl turn on me, but the girl didn't. She came back and told me. Like, what? And for her to message like my ex or whatever, that was crazy, because he calls me and he's like, you know, she all up in my DM, she saying da da da. Like, she was acting like, and the thing is, y'all, I had already brought her around this man. She had already been around him, which was blowing my mind for a loop. When he sent me the screenshot, I was done. So I did go confront her. I called her. I was like, hey girl, can we have a conversation? Like, can we go meet up? Can we go get coffee? Can we go do something? She was like, sure. We met up at a local coffee shop and we decided to talk about it. She lied, y'all. She lied up and down and said, she don't know what I'm talking about. Why would I believe somebody saying that? Why would I do that? Da 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 da. Long story short, y'all, ended up coming out that everybody came back to me and apologized, because she was saying stuff that I was saying about them that I did not say, to get them to turn their back on me. But then they said the lies started not to add up, and they decided that they weren't her friend no more. So after talking to her and realizing the conversation was going nowhere, and that she did not see anything wrong with what she did or how she did it, she thought it was all funny, hee hee ha ha, she thought everything was a joke. I learned at that moment, that's where the pivot happened for me, to realize that protecting your peace is the biggest thing, and that you don't share information with everyone, especially everything. And that was a part of my life where I was like the biggest people pleaser, where I just wanted to have friends, where I wanted people to be around me. And now at this point in my life, I do not care. I don't care. You won't get that same version of me that you had years ago that you get right now. And it's because of things that I went through, and it's the things that I've seen, and it just made me a better person. So all these things is everything that my parents used to teach me growing up. But you know, you don't believe it until you actually go through it for real, then you see it for yourself, then you have to work through those difficulties. And so I just decided that it's best that we are not friends. And she still watches my social media to this day, because I can see her in the little thing. But what would you do in this situation?
Destiny swapping is real and not to be played with. Destiny swapping is when somebody is trying to switch with your life in an energetic way or a spiritual way, just to have your life in reality. And it means people probably out here doing spells, and not even just spells. Somebody can have a very, very deep hidden desire to want your life and try to manifest that for themselves. Number one, this is how you know. If you have all of these unexplained changes, unexplained challenges, and actually when fatal things start to happen that you can't come back from. I'm going to give you an example. You know how people say Beyonce tried to destiny swap with Aaliyah? That's just an example. And you see what happened to Aaliyah. But you know, and that's a whole nother level. Like, it's really deep off in Hollywood, but that's not what we're talking about. But this is how you can avoid that. The most basic way I can tell you, stop telling people your business. Especially stop telling people your plans or things that you're doing before you even do them. Stop telling people the cheat code to how you got your own life. You get what I'm saying? And a lot of people be like, what's for you is for you and what's not is not. That's true and all. But free will is true too, and people can take your shit. Then you have to do it all over again. It's so many levels to this. But anyway, if y'all want my custom shirts that I designed, self-love should have been your first love, click the first link in my bio. Peace.
A lot of the times, people, they don't want to be your friends. They want to be you.
Facts. Ooh.
They will come and be your friend, and then start telling you things that they don't like about you, telling you should change yourself. Da da da. Then when the friendships scatter, now they become the person that they told you not to be.
Right.
We call that destiny swappers.
Destiny swappers.
They don't want to derail you from your own destiny,
Right.
and then take it. Everything that you were doing, or they. Well,
That's crazy.
I truly believe that everything that happens to us, we know on a subconscious level. That's why we have like intuition about things before they happen. You know, sometimes we want our kids to stay home that night and then something bad happens with the place that they were going to be at. So I'm a firm believer that we all have somewhat of an intuition when something is not right. The fact that me and Sloan Bella literally posted the same video at the same time yesterday, pretty much, the same hour at least, about destiny swappers. So this needs to be talked about. People can actually, without any spell work, manipulate energy to destiny swap with you. And it's such a very real thing. This is why we all hate when people try and copy our style, copy what we're doing, our jobs, try and take our boyfriends. And I know I spoke about Haley and Selena, but also like Jay-Z and Biggie vibes as well. And like, I truly believe the reason that me and Sloan were talking about it at the same time is because our consciousness is now being raised right in time for the 8-8 portal, and all the gaslighting, toxic BS that we let slip by us, we're calling it out. Here's my advice for the 8-8 portal. Stop being friends with people or associating with family members that try and copy everything of yours. If they do not have an in at your life, they're not going to be able to destiny swap with you. That is my Lionsgate portal message for you guys. Please listen to it.
Your enemies don't have to be your enemies. They can just be your footstools. Let me explain. A lot of times we have people who are placed in our lives who are playing the role of our antagonizer. They may treat us in really abusive kind of ways. They may have a couple of options about how we can kind of deal with this. I can play victim, right? And we can be like, they're doing this to me. They did that to me. They said this, you know, and we can keep that trauma in our system, keep that trauma within our DNA, right? And we can continue to perpetuate that trauma because we chose not to heal from it. Without the ability to process it, then what we'll do is we'll just find ways to manifest that trauma in onto other people in situations in our lives, right? Because energy can neither be created nor destroyed. So if that energy isn't alchemized, then we're going to mirror that energy onto other people and project that energy onto other people, okay? So a lot of times our antagonizers can turn us into the same thing that we are judging them for being in our lives if we choose not to alchemize that energy. So that's one way that we can handle our enemies, right? We can become them, and we can do so in a way that hurts us and hurts other people. Another thing that we can do is we can turn our enemies into our footstools. And what we can do is choose to see these people in our lives as the actual mirrors that they portray to us on the sorts of aspects of ourselves that maybe we haven't healed yet, maybe what our insecurities are, maybe the sorts of negative emotions that we may still have residing within us that need to be evicted. It can give us the leg up that we need to get to that next level in our lives, right? And so the next time you have this antagonizer or like enemy type person that is projecting themselves into your lives, like, be in gratitude for them. Each time they may do something or say something to you that's triggering, take a moment, pause, breathe, send thoughts of love and gratitude for that person in your life. You're immediately alchemizing the energy that they're sending you. You ever notice that a really negative person in your life can sometimes get irritated by your positivity? There's a reason for that, because it's actually like kind of like a venom for them. You know, positive, when you're vibrating on a really negative polarity, and somebody is constantly inserting positivity into that negative polarity, it can be disconcerting and jolting and throw them off track, right? So you don't want to vibe at their vibration. You want to actually alchemize whatever vibration it is that they're projecting onto you, which, remember, is just an unhealed part of yourself anyway. Thank them, because they're showing you something that you still need to alchemize. This spiritual path that you are on is going to constantly provide you with lessons for self-mastery. And everything can't be sunshine and roses with that, okay? Sometimes you're going to need that enemy or antagonizer to show you a part of yourself that you don't want to see, okay? Because at the end of the day, we are all one. And this, when we really start understanding the oneness that we possess, it is an opportunity to level up out of any of these polarity games that can keep us stuck in cycles of trauma. And then we're able to overcome the lesson a lot quicker and really bask in the blessings of life. But sometimes we need that antagonizer. Thank them, bless them. Thank you so much for providing me with this lesson. Alchemize that shit and turn it into gold.
This is worse, if not the same as putting someone in a sour jar, right? And freeze them, right? Because people like to worry about people in the spirituality community saying that, oh, they're always, doing this and that. Meanwhile, it's not even true, because a lot of time people in the spirituality world or era or whatever it is to them, they don't do stuff like this because they know there are rules, there is regulations. You cannot just simply do things to people, because the karma comes back 3 times or 13 times. Hell, depending on who they're working with and what their spirit guides are and what they require them to do back or send back, right? But imagine someone doing something so horrible like this. This literally is like destiny swapping with someone, removing their opportunities and ruining their opportunities in life simply by doing stuff like this young lady did to her friend. It's the same exact thing. There's no difference, because your words are so powerful. And when you focus intention, so for example, I'm sure she did it because maybe she was jealous of her friend. She was jealous of her friendship. She was jealous the fact that she still had a good relationship with her ex. I don't know. Maybe she liked the ex. And imagine someone being so angry and so jealous of you. Jealousy is one of the most passionate feeling, because when you're jealous, you can unalive someone when you're jealous. That's crazy. And when in working in like spirituality, when you're working with alchemy, it's a better word. I like to say alchemy, okay? Because I hate the whole word black magic situation. I hate it. And it's usually people who are not in the community who calls it black magic, because what is black magic? What is white magic? What's the difference, right? I mean, sure, there's a difference, but honestly, depending on the intention, because when you have anger, right? When you have this energy that's built up, that's what they tell you, pull that energy from within. It's so strong that you can cause someone to feel the same pain that they make you feel by using candles, and herbs. You know what I mean? But those things only are symbols. They're just symbolizing what you're trying to do. But when you have the energy in you and you're going through and basically using the computer and the phone, because that's what she was doing. She was posting stuff on social media to harm her friend. And by speaking to the other friends and planting that seed in their minds, making them think that this friend was doing something or saying something against them, which in return make her lose her friends, even though she wasn't doing those things. You know what I mean? Because she made her lose her friends. So that's the same exact thing. You're using the tools that represent what you're trying to do. So it's the same exact thing. That is the reason why whenever I hear someone talking bad or saying something negative about the spirituality group or community, I cringe, because I'm like, if only if you knew, because it's really about healing, love, serenity, and facing your dark side. The same dark side that Christian people call demonic is really, it's attached to you. It's you. It's you, because you have a dark side and a light side. You have both. The yin and the yin, the black and white symbol that represents Gemini, that's the universal, it's your dark side. And you have to work with it, because you have to work with it and try to control it. Because that demonic, that people like to just throw all the things that they do on, oh, it's the devil, it's demons. Are you just throwing it there because you're trying to avoid and deflect because you don't want to face yourself in the mirror? Because that's really what it is. That's really what it is. Imagine your friend who you've known for years and years and years. You're coming to them to vent about something, and then them turning around and use that against you. That's demonic. That is demonic. And I know plenty of people in real life right now who does stuff like this. And those are Christians, non-Christians, spiritual people. And people do it because it's human nature. And not saying everyone does stuff like this girl does. But little white lies, you know, even as a child, we all do it because it's human nature. Some people do go to the extreme like this young lady did to her friend, but it's all part of you. It's all part of what makes you you. You can control it, you know. You can control it just like your carnal side, and you know, you can control that. But people don't like to control it. They like to throw it to God and say, oh God, you know, or the devil, or this and or that. But you're not looking at yourself in the mirror. And that is the difference between spiritual people and people who are religious. The thing is, with spirituality, we know, is that a person in the picture? Behind the wood? Hang on, guys. That's kind of weird. Hold on. That was weird.